got a glass back. Too fast and I'm too lazy. Fat Monkey Rugby Cast. This is your Monday night catch up for all things Community Rugby League. I just want to start off quickly, Matt, with a big thank you to the Digivan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got a bit of a free advertising. I don't know where you managed to swindle that. But we always keep saying, you know you've made it a laugh when you make it on the Digivan.
Absolutely.
And we've been on twice.
We have. Are you going to explain what the Digivan is to those who don't know, or do you want me to do it?
Go for it.
So the Digivan is ran out of Innsrose Bridge. Their club sponsors over there. They have, obviously with all their sponsorships, Mark and Kevin over there, they run, Mark and Ken, they run the Digivan, which is the scoreboard that goes around the clubs and does all the stuff. It has music playing and blaring, all that kind of, just makes it a little bit more of an event for the players, for the fans and stuff like that. And how many times on the sidelines you hear, "What score is it? What score is it? Did he convert that?" Obviously, all the responsibility comes on them. But they sent us a picture yesterday. I was at Blackbrook at the time, and they said, "Sneaky peek at what's going on the Digivan today." And we were there, and I was like, "Wow!" Obviously, your signal was shocking where you were, but
it always is. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I sent you that, and it was like, yeah, proper made up. So, and obviously, then we got featured on quite a lot of the Instagram reels that were pumped out from Innsrose Bridge and from Digivan. So, absolutely made up.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's brilliant. Get onto our socials, have a look. With somewhere in there, we would have tagged the Digivan somewhere. In fact, we'll create another Digivan post before you even watch this, and we'll get it out. See what the Digivan is. Go over. They've got their own page as well. Go and like and follow their page. And if you want to come to your events, you know what I mean. They're just a message or a phone call away. So there we go, Matt. You got some shout outs for us, haven't you?
Yeah, some shout outs to early doors. So I think coming up to the Rhinos Festival, there's loads of teams that are doing some fundraising. If I'm not right, I think you're going over there, aren't you, with your team? So I think, is it 11th and 18th of May?
Rhinos, in Leeds. In Skegness.
Yeah. So I did see a really good post on Saturday. Was it Saturday, Sunday? Sunday. Leeds under-9s had climbed up to Rivington Pike, raising money. And let me tell you, I've walked that. I went to school up there. That pike is steep.
Yeah,
proper buster. Obviously, in athletic prowess that I am, it's okay, but the lungs start to burn. So for them young lads and girls to have gone up there, it shows the committee they want to go. So doff my cap to them. Fair credit. They're not just sitting there expecting parents to do the sponsorship, expecting everything to be handed to them on a plate. They want to go and they're working towards it. So for me, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
So more shout outs. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll cover all the fundraising bits first. So David at Haydock, he reached out to, or I saw a post that he put on. He's walking from France to Spain over the Pyrenees. We had
a bit of trouble working this out, didn't we?
We're not the best at maths, are we?
This is how we worked it out. It's approximately 35 to 40 days.
Yeah.
15 miles a day.
Yeah.
But the bare minimum we've got that he's walking 525 miles. And the maximum he's walking 600 miles. Is that right?
I'll go with you, man. You had a calculator. I was telling you, yes. Information, and you were. But David, if you're listening, get in contact. I know we've shared your post and stuff like that, but let us know the exact mileage because we don't know. But yeah, that's another great one. So going on to some more related stuff. Massive shout out to Pilkington. Saw a post yesterday. Their under-9 squad had a picture taken. There was 40 on the picture, which I thought was amazing. However, their squad size is 48. 48
Brilliant.
kids at under 9. That's just incredible. They must be doing some really, really good things down there.
Do we know how many teams that spread over? How many have they got there? Is it just they can't, obviously can't be one team, but
It's
under
going to be
nine going to play
4,
nine
surely.
side.
It'd have to be 4. It'd have to be 4, wouldn't it? Because if you've got 48 by 3, again, we're going on to maths. Why are you challenging me tonight?
No.
16, that'd be 16 if it was 3, 16 players in 3. And I'm guessing at 9, you still play 7 aside, is it? Or is it?
No, it's 9 aside at 9.
9 aside, so
Yeah.
16. I'd go for 4 because that's 12, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 12s. But however they're doing it and whatever it all depends on coaches as well, doesn't it? How many coaches they've got, how many parents? Because obviously, with every team, you need a team manager, you need a first aider, you need a touchline manager. So again, you're really dipping into the pool there, aren't you? So whatever they ultimately, they've got 48 kids under 9, which can only look their future's looking really, really bright.
They must be doing something right at Pilk. Got a great setup as well, though, Pilk, haven't they? You know what I mean? It's all the 4G pitches and all that, so they're available to train all year round, play all year round. They've got the facilities for it, so no wonder people go in there and create kind of numbers because it's constantly accessible all the time.
Yeah. I think we've got that later on in our podcast, haven't we, as to pitch condition and stuff like that, which is something that obviously Pilks won't suffer from.
So many arguments that does.
Yeah, we'll get there. To Laura Novak, she submitted her daughter's try the week, which unfortunately she didn't win due to the forward role that won it that we both enjoyed. But her daughter scored her first ever try in a proper match. So again, like we've said time and time again on here, it's not about scoring the winning try at the Challenge Cup final. It's about your first achievement as a player. And for me, that's as big an achievement as it is winning the grand final. You scored your first ever try in a proper game. So that's off. She didn't share her daughter's name, but to Laura and her daughter, fantastic from me. Well done. Another one would be Tony Holden, who contacted us about Outwood Year 8 in Haydock. Their school team is one to watch. Which, while we're on this, I want to bring this up with you, and I don't know whether you fancy it or not. I think we should do something around the school structure and school rugby league, because obviously that's a lot of clubs coming together representing the school. And again, it's still representative for me. We've got all the Lions squads being announced, but to represent your school is still a big achievement. If I'm not wrong, I think Bedford High School girls have made a final. I don't know enough about it. I've seen something about them making big waves, but I think we should do a piece around schools. So if any school wants to come on, or any teacher, coach, however, I don't know how they work it. I'm guessing it's not just a PE teacher. If you're making national finals, you'll have a dedicated rugby coach, or your PE teacher is a rugby player. I don't know how.
I mean, I don't know how many high schools and things like that. I think rugby teams these days. When I was growing up, I went to St John Fisher High School, and that was a massive part of this side of Wigan where I live. It's a massive part of. You grew up there, you played for the rugby team, then you moved to a certain rugby club, and it was like our school was a feeder to a certain rugby club, and that rugby club was a certain feeder to a professional rugby club. It was kind of just like a transition that everybody went through. You don't really see that anymore.
No, so again, if there's any coaches out there or any school teachers or anyone attached to any schools that are doing good things, get in touch. We'd love to have you on and really get into the depths of it, because like we say, it is community, and a lot of it is community clubs, but community rugby involves schools. It involves all kinds of stuff like that. So for me, that's another a good one. To our good friends at ClockFace Miners, they've reached the 1,000 target. Which,
1,000 followers, well done.
Absolutely fantastic. So again, they were quite low on numbers in terms of their social media. The social media has been grabbed by the scruff of the neck, and they're doing great things. Their socials. They're pinging all day. It's really good to see, and they're keeping everyone who cares and follows ClockFace up to date all the time. It's a really good social media feed. So even if you're not a ClockFace Miners follower, get on there.
I thought it was me that's been out for my tea and had a drink, and not you.
I can't speak proper. So get onto that and get them a follow, get them up to. I think the next target's 1,500, which is great. If the guys could get there, that'd be superb. My final one.
We'll race you to 1,500 followers. ClockFace Miners.
Yeah,
that's
there
it.
You go.
That's the new competition. Who can get 1,500 followers first? Can I just say a big shout out to
hold on. One sec. If ClockFace Miners beat us to 1,500, we'll get them a monkey ball. If we beat them, we want a ClockFace miners shirt of any age.
Deal.
Is that a challenge there? We need to get all the ClockFace and see if they'll take us up on that challenge.
No. ClockFace don't get to agree. They just.
Oh, do they not?
No. I'll agree on ClockFace's behalf.
Right. So you're ClockFace and you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm ClockFace at the moment. So
yeah.
Yes, Fat Monkey. If you beat us, we'll get you a shirt.
Okay, let's do it.
And we'll get that framed along with the Warrington Wolves shirt that we've got coming as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just give, obviously, you mentioned try of the week.
Yeah.
Page, brilliant. It was a great try. I keep going back looking at it. The little roly poly at the end was great.
And I'm going to shout out here Carl Dingy again. I'm going to absolutely give that kid Pelters bless him. I've given a bit of grief on the socials, but he said he promised to try and score one like that because he was up for try of the week. But I said unless it was a poor dive, so he had to. But he's bit into it, and we're going there. So
remember, that every time we hear the word "fat monkey" as you score a try, but over the try line you have to say "fat monkey." You get 10 points that you can redeem for absolutely nothing at the end of the season. Just get them for giggles.
Yeah. And then is that it? I've got one more before we finish this section.
One more. Dean and Aaron.
One more. There we go. Dean and Aaron Barmer over at Lee Miners. Dad and lad played in an open age game together. There's no chance for me and thee, is there, lad? I think my days of strapping on the boots are long gone, and my lad's only 15. So I think the only chance of being a charity game or in a Masters game when he's and I'll be like 60 odd, nearly 35, 40, whatever. But yeah, I think that's some achievement. That is some achievement on both parts, because it means obviously the son's very talented to be playing at a young age, and the dad's obviously got stamina and looks after himself. So,
yeah, of course. Well
yeah. And obviously both playing at the same club is what we're after in the community and stuff like that. So yeah, they're my shout outs for the week.
Phenomenal. I wanted to get onto the Masters tournament that happened on Saturday over at St Jude's.
Yeah.
20 teams, Matt. 15,
how many?
15 men's teams, 5 women's teams, 20 altogether.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. And again, community. So Masters, we keep going on about Super League and that getting the recognition that they deserve, and then Open A's get the recognition that they deserve from the club. Masters doesn't seem to get as much recognition as other teams because it's still fairly new and up and coming, I reckon.
Yeah.
But to put a big tournament on like that and get everybody down, and
some biting in it, 20 teams.
But the organisation behind, there's got to be. It can't be 2 blokes like me and you who's trying to organise 20 games and fixtures. We'd be lost in it. Wouldn't know what to do.
I think the beauty of Masters, though, the only thing is every game finishes 0-0, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So in terms of the organisation of finals, quarterfinals, semi-finals, etc., that's taken away. But that is some achievement to get 20 teams, and I think obviously Blackpool, the female side from Blackpool played. You had Goulburn. I think Portico came over. So geographically, you've got a massive footprint of clubs that have bought into it.
Goulburn Ladies got team of the festival.
Wow, good shout. Well again, that just shows, and we've had so much buy-in from master sides. They're all over Fat Monkey, and for us at our age, it's seeing what.
They're all over Fat Monkey.
No, what I mean is that they're buying into what we're doing. So obviously they're, I was going to say, ex-open age players and this, that, and the other that are still in love with the game like we are. So I think they're as passionate, and they're behind us. So constantly get messages from the Masters side of rugby, which is great. And we'll stay in touch and we'll stay engaged with stuff like that. I think, if I'm not wrong, there is another one at Crossfields later in the season, same tournament. Yeah. And then there's a national one at Blackpool at the end. So for me, I think we will definitely get down to one of them. I'm keen to see what it's all about, meet some of the people who've shown the support for us, and go and. I did actually say I can't remember who it was one of them who I said, I keep convincing you that you should strap your boots on again. I think that if someone puts a bid in, for you to play, I think you should.
No, well, I'm not playing.
No, why?
The glass back. Too fast and I'm too lazy.
Boo.
And I prefer drinking Lambrini over it.
Lambrini. Wow. That's your John Fisher high days, doesn't it?
I know, yeah. Wigan Park. Um,
Oh, dear.
Listen, another one. This is going to take us straight into our next point about them
Okay.
organising a festival over the weekend for the Masters. Considering what Jude's had happened to their pitches with
Yeah.
the quad backs and the motor backs coming on and ripping them to pieces. I've seen it happen again tonight. It wasn't a rubber pitch. I know it's the naughty word that I'm not allowed to say, but somebody's had it done to their pitches again. It's just not on. Plus the weather that we've had these past few weeks has been unreal. For them to manage to run a fest on the state of some of the pitches is commendable. Well done for that.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Talking of weather,
really?
Have you seen this week?
I haven't. Go on. I'm sick of it.
So it's raining right now, and it's not got stopped till Thursday night.
Great.
Which brings us on to the point of the pitches, which gets us riled up sometimes.
It annoys me. It annoys me for a number of reasons. This. So if I go off on one, then you're gonna have to rein me in. But go on, I'll let you start.
No, go on. I'm happy for you to take the lead.
So obviously, I put a post out when I saw Hindley had their pitches closed again for the second week running. And what is really getting on my goat at the minute is people getting on the backs of these clubs as if they're doing it on purpose, as if they're out there as the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang trying to spoil people's fun. And do you know what? At the end of the day, they're working in the best interest of the club, the players and all that. These games will get played. There's no doubt about it. And I love floodlit rugby. I had a chat with Chris from Haydock because I think Haydock switched one of their fixtures to allow Hindley to play away at Haydock.
Yeah,
so it didn't.
Yeah.
And I went, boo, because that would have been a floodlit fixture.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoy it. But the insinuation from some of the teams was, listen, it's frustrating as a parent when you're taking your kids training and then you get that text message to say training's off, pitch is unfit. You're like, oh, bloody hell. Right, okay. But it's not been done lightheartedly. Nobody does it deliberately. Nobody's gone and got a fire truck and poured water all over it.
Really?
Some of the clubs that are around the Northwest are built on real clay type foundations or whatever you put under the soil.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't hold water. It holds water, doesn't drain it. So you end up playing on absolute poor surfaces. You're going to get injuries. You're going to get slips. You're going to tear up the pitch for the rest of the season. You're going to do so much damage, yet you still get your griping individuals. Why are we not playing? What's wrong with our pitch? Yeah, somebody around the corner might be playing because they've got a better surface. But at the end of the day, they're all volunteers. It's not like when I was at high school and the head of sport would come out and shout at you for getting off the cricket square if you were stood on there at playtime or something like that. They're not protective of the environment. They are protective, but they're also protective for the season and for every team.
Yeah, and they've got to look into the future. I've got 4 teams here who didn't use their pitches this weekend. Inlet, Charlie, Portugal, Golden.
Yeah. Well,
Portugal they can't be used underwater. Do you know what I mean? You might not be able to train throughout the week, but I guarantee you, if you don't do that, you get a game on a weekend.
Yeah.
Or do you train solid all week, but you can't play on the weekend now because the pitches are not up to it.
No, they're not. And it's really, well, I pay my subs, I expect this, I expect that. Yeah, okay, you do pay your subs, absolutely. But you pay your subs to allow you to train and play in a venue that is suitable.
Yeah. Exactly.
One thing I would add is maybe clubs need to box a bit clever and have a contingency of 4G, 3G facilities available. There's loads of schools now that have got them. Have that in your pads. Paddy's Gym at up at Aspel.
Yeah,
they will try and accommodate. If you look at the weather forecast this week and you think, right, well, it's probably going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pitches are shut. Yeah. Let's ring Paddy. Let's get in at the gym and we'll have a gym session.
Yeah, make a plan now, people.
Plan it now, and you can see it that you're not going to have. Okay, that's a very, very Wigan type venue, so I'm not sure. But then again, Widnes train there as well, and that, don't they? But there'll be venues in St Helens, there'll be venues in Warrington, there'll be gym pits, there'll be wrestling facilities. Something is better than nothing. And yeah, okay, you are paying your subs, so the clubs should have a little bit of a pot whereby they do facilitate or subsidise training elsewhere. Because yeah, the clubs are responsible for your subs and hosting your training to an extent. Yeah, this is completely out of their realms. They can't control the weather, of course they can't, but they can have contingencies. And it's just a little bit of forward thinking, a little bit of smartness, that rather than have the kids sat on the backside on their Xbox all week because the pitches are unfit, get them out doing something. Get them in a gym, get them somewhere. There'll be loads of, and that's where the community have to build these relationships.
Well, do you know what, Matt? I hope this sparked a bit of debate and a bit of conversation now about this. Bang it in the comments, get in touch with us. And another one, if you do know somebody in your area that has a gym and they're helping out the clubs and they're doing indoor fitness sessions, indoor training sessions, get them tagged in the comments and let's get promoting them.
Yeah, let's get these facilities that are out there so that clubs can ring up. And listen, if you're paying 40 quid for a session, I don't know how much it is. I'm just, let's say 50 quid for easy numbers. 50 quid between 20, like 15 lads, you're talking less than a tenner.
Yeah, it's a couple.
Well, less than a fiver, aren't you?
Couple quid.
So again, yeah, that's it. But again, it leads me on something else, which I think we are going to discuss in a bit anyway, in terms of floodlit games and how
you're a massive fan of floodlit games, aren't you?
I am a massive, massive fan. So there's a lot of benefits to it. So for me, okay, you have league fixtures and let's say, for example, Barrow Island, Walney, Loca, who are up in the Lake District. Yeah, that's not feasible on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night under the lights. Absolutely it isn't. But rather than have 6 teams on a Sunday on your ground, why not the older ones who don't have to be in bed as early? Why don't we start putting local fixtures? So let's say Lee East are playing Lee Miners Rangers.
Well, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I've actually got a fixture.
Right.
That I've written down earlier on. It is Pats under 13 girls.
Yeah.
And Hinley Hinds under 13 girls. They're playing at Pats Thursday the 28th, 7:15 kick under the lads.
Wow. So what's going to happen there now?
Just up the road from each other. There's not a lot of travelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
7:15 kick off. And like you said, a bit of nostalgia as well for the kids, innit? They love playing on the Pats.
Of course they do. And what will happen there is, because people will want their rugby fix, because people are passionate about rugby, they'll go and watch. So people who on a Sunday might be watching little Johnny play his games, they won't have a game to watch on the Thursday. So they'll go and watch that game. So your club bar will be full, your food vendors will be full, there'll be lots more on the sideline, there'll be a better atmosphere. So let's get some more Thursday. And I don't know what the league regulations are about it all. I don't know whether I'm speaking completely and it's completely pie in the sky what I'm saying. But if you've got 16s, 15s, 40, even 18s, so if you had an 18s game on at your club, the 15s would come and watch, because the 15s can't watch the 18s. And they're looking at what they're aspiring to be in the future. They're looking at the intensity.
You could tie it into maybe kicking off a little bit earlier, but tie it into staying at your own club, get the telly on and watching the Thursday night Super League.
Well, that's, I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have like an 6:30 kickoff, finish by 7:30, food in the bar afterwards, Super League comes on, boom. What an absolute great evening that would be.
Yeah.
But it's about, so obviously you've got the 8s. The 8s don't get a chance to watch the 15s, 16s, 18s because they're playing. So they don't know what it means. And I think there's so much you can learn vicariously. That's a good word, that, isn't it? By just watching. I've made you joke.
Vicariously.
So you can watch other guys and watching so close to the touchline. So you're not watching from the DW or the Totally Wicked or the Halliwell Jones when you're in a seat in the stadium. You're on the sideline, you're tight to it. You're seeing these hits. And if you watch First Tee or Open Age or 18s, the hits are as big there as they are in Super League.
Oh, yeah. If you've ever been at ground level.
And you're properly on top of it, aren't you? You're really on top of it. And I think there's so much legs in it for me from a financial point of view, as well as a nostalgia point of view, as well as a development point of view. I don't see any negatives to it other than it can only be certain fixtures. So you wouldn't want to be you wouldn't want maybe a team from Widnes travelling over to Wigan or to Leeds, because that M62 corridor can be an absolute nightmare, can't it?
But if you've got locals and you've got football ability, you've got Blackbrook and ClockFace, what, 10 minutes away from each other?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In a car. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Surely, I mean, I can't remember the last time I was at ClockFace. The ClockFace still playing that pitch in the middle when I was in the States. Not been in years.
Playing a pitch. No,
well,
I can't.
I hope so. I'm going to a car.
But what? So for me, when the fixtures come out, so let's say for example, Lee Miners and Lee East are in the same division. For whatever age, that fixture should be put on a Wednesday, Thursday night. They've got the facilities to do that.
Yeah.
There might be commitments around the pitches or whatever, but every single there'll be that local rivalry about who will be on which side of the field. Everyone will be down.
Yeah.
Literally, there's such a bigger audience on a weekday game than there is on a Sunday. I just think we're missing a trick. We're missing a trick for me.
Yeah, well, a bit of fun, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Inlet, you're the ones to do it. Why don't you? Because you've got some brand new lights, haven't you? Big LED lights. They look great, by the way. Seen them all looked up. Seen the pictures. It looks like daytime. Why don't you invite other clubs to come play at your club? Do you know what I mean? Because you've got facilities to do it. Right. Blackpool Scorpions. I need to give you another mention, another shout out. We've not forgot about your monkey ball. It is here. Don't worry.
I think there's becoming a little bit of a trend here now. That's so Gemma Crompton didn't get a ball originally at Rosebridge. Now Blackpool, there's still a delay. I think there's time management courses that I'm probably going to stick you on and see how you can best manage your time.
People are wondering why. It's because we're skint and got no money. So we're borrowing balls left, right, and centre. We're promising people balls, and we can't keep.
Any we promise, we will fulfil. Absolutely, we will. So Blackpool's is still in its bag, isn't it? Blackpool's is with us.
It's here. It's not even been pumped up, right? But it's not so normal. We don't want to give it you. We don't want to pulse it to you. We want to come up. You've invited us up for a beer, and you've invited us up to come and watch the open age player. And I think we're thinking of making a day of it. Me, Matt, the wives, the kids, we're going to come up, make a day of it, and watch a bit of open age rugby in Blackpool and into Blackpool for the evening and back.
I want to meet these donkeys that voted in competition as well.
Yeah, loads of them apparently.
But no, they absolutely ripped it up in the competition. So it's only right that he doesn't arrive by post. I think we want to be a bit personal about it. We're never too big for our people who watch. So for me, we'll get up there. We've got fuel money. That's all. I'll treat you to a train.
Dear. Lee East, you got invited to Lee East as well, haven't we?
We've been invited to Lee East, to watch their 15s train
this Wednesday.
Why?
I've just always had this vibe that Lee East don't like us.
I don't think they're like me. I think the fact I referred to him in the bus stop in our very first podcast probably doesn't put me in. But there was Lee Miners as well. It doesn't leave the place. It's just a bus stop. So maybe I'll get my head caved in when we go up there. Well, maybe you would, but I think when we went to Blackpool last week, you went with a Wigan cap on, didn't you? Yeah. So we're not the sharpest tools in box, I would, to be fair. But no, Lee East under 15s invited us up. So Helen invited us up there. We will definitely get up this Wednesday. Unfortunately, we've got a guest podcast which we are doing. So that won't be live. So we're recording it on Wednesday to be pumped out at some stage. We would normally do it on a Friday. I don't think Friday's a good day, mate, because I think everyone will be on the lash because it's Wigan Saints and it's Good Friday. So
Thursday. Oh, it is Wigan Saints. It's Good Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
It is Good Friday, so we'll get it out. We've got plans. We know so that's why we're not doing Wednesday, but we'll probably go up the Wednesday after. They've invited us up there, so it's always nice to get to a new ground. We'll go and see Lee East. We'll meet their players. We'll have a bit of fun with them. Hopefully, get as much interaction as we've got at Blackbrook. So they've set the bar again quite high. We'll go up there. We've also still got to go to Chevy. We want to go and see their under 15s.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're going to go and see their under
15s as well.
I know. We'll get up to there. We want to go and see their 15s in action. Really, really good side. Meet Carol, meet some of the guys up there, see what they're doing so well. And also Wigan Bulldogs Open Age invited us to their rebrand, whatever on Saturday, but unfortunately we couldn't go. But we will definitely go and see the Bulldogs We're never going to turn down an invite. It might just not be at the time that we get invited, but
catch
anyone
up
invites
with
us, we will definitely make a bid to get somewhere and do that. So yeah, that's what we've got on the horizon.
Can I mention that there's another there's a festival coming up? We mentioned it before. We've mentioned it on our socials, the Northwest Rugby League Girls Festival, which is in August. Something else has just come up. Dewsbury Moor do Moor Fest. Dewsbury Moor do Moor Fest in August. Best Dewsbury accent. Moor Fest, it's a music festival. I think stalls, fun and games. 3rd of August this year. Get us the socials. Have a look. It is the same weekend that we have been invited to the Northwest.
That's not been announced yet. Hold on. That date's not been announced yet.
Oh, it's not, is it?
You crank.
Right. There's a festival coming up, right? it doesn't matter. Man. It doesn't matter, right? But we've been invited to a festival sometime in August for the girls. I think it's just Northwest. I don't know whether they invite everybody. I'm pretty sure they invite everybody.
I think when you sent me, there was because if they don't, we're in a bit of trouble because I've invited Hisham to the Atoms girl side to it. I've said keep in touch because it'll be massive.
Well, there'll be more news about that anyway. What else is coming up? I
think.
Go on.
No, you first.
No. Are you sure?
Go on. Yeah.
I was going to be biased again against my own club because we've got a big festival day coming up. It's quite big for us, so come down. It's the Marines Day Festival on the 25th of May. The Royal Marines come over and they play Pats every year. Pats openings lads. They play them every year on the same dates, roughly the same weekend. Big day for us. Bars open, kids open, barbecue, music. Hopefully the Digivan's going to be there. Stalls, fairground rides. It's summer. Royal Marines, everything. Fly over. Get yourself down. Pencil that in. 25th of May.
We'd be better off playing Navy with this weather, wouldn't we? So shit could sail down middle of the pitch rather than
we could do an Oxford Cambridge row off in the middle of the field.
Dear.
Listen, have you got anything else for me, Matt?
I'm going to bring it back to rugby and how big a weekend it is coming up. I am a bit surprised that obviously with the Barla competition, there are games this weekend. It does say fixtures to play 31st of March, so that is Easter Sunday. In the Northwest, we are represented very, very well. In the 14s, there's 2 massive Northwest head-to-heads. We've got Blackbrook and Lee Miners, Rangers, and we've got Goulburn and Chevy. They go head-to-head in the 14s. So as much as it is going to be sad that we lose 2, we're going to have 2 semi-finalists, which is great. We have been invited down to the Blackbrook Lee Miners game. So if we are free Easter Sunday, then we will be with you.
Yes.
18s. So we've got Ashton Bears. We've got Holton Farmouth away at Alton, and Lee Miners Rangers are playing Birkenshaw Blue Dogs. Never heard of them. Don't know where they are.
Never heard of them.
No, never heard of them.
I don't know.
Then at the 16s, I think we've had warm balls, for want of a better phrase, in the draw because all 3 of our Northwest sides are away. So Goulburn are away, Woolston are away, and Halton are away at Alton, Birchstall, and Stanningley. But listen, everyone who's involved in that competition, yes, you're representing your club, you're representing your town, but you're also representing the Northwest. So Fat Monkey are properly behind you. We'll be so all over the results and hoping that we get as many Northwest clubs through to the semis as we possibly can. So give it your best, and I'm sure you would. And leave everything.
Enjoy it. That's what it's all about. Enjoying it.
Really? Enjoy it.
Enjoy the experience.
Win it. Win the game.
Sorry. I'm one of them. Enjoy it. It's like no, you win. You win at all costs.
You win. It's all quarter-final of a cup competition. The finals within tasting distance. None of this fun stuff anymore. You're strapping on your heaviest gum shield, your biggest bash at, and you running through brick walls if need be.
strapping on a gum shield. It's full on tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Finally, people, we're going to plug our YouTube channel again. Make sure you're getting over, subscribing to our channel. The Monkey Magazine is out this Thursday. There are plenty of shout outs in there. We have a few pages left to fill. If you want to get in the Monkey Mag, it's completely free. DM us, email us, get on the Fat Monkey UK website. There's a little section there where you can fill your name out and add a little description and send us stuff. Get on there, get yourself in the Monkey Mag. And one final thing before we go is suggestions, people. Suggestions for us. As you probably found out, me and Matt can talk a glass eye to sleep. And we could talk about anything rugby league related. If you think it's worth talking about, let us know and we will have a conversation about it. And hopefully, in the very, very near future, we can get the public on, get the parents on. We'll just have a chat and a debate about absolutely anything that you want.
I'll debate anything. Like I say, my opinion about the floodlight games might be so pie in the sky and it might not be a cost benefit thing, or the league might say it can't happen or whatever. That's my opinion, though. And on this show, on this podcast, there is nothing wrong whatsoever with opinions, and we're all for open debate and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, come on, we'll never belittle you or anything like that. And nobody's opinion is more valued than anyone else's. So if you've got an opinion about something in rugby that you want to come up with, let us know. We'll thrash it out. And yeah, if we upset people, I'm sure we will upset people with our views and stuff like that. But we're not to deliberately upset them, but to create discussion.
To spark debate. That's what we want to do. Friendly debate,
to improve the game.
Discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friendly arguments. Listen, Matt, thanks a lot, mate.
No, thanks, mate.
I will see you during the week anyway.
Hopefully,
folks, look out for the Monkey Mag coming out on Thursday. Podcast will be out over the weekend. So it's a big weekend for all rugby. Everywhere, Super League, Good Friday, and all that stuff is all coming up as well. Keep your eye on the socials. Thank you very much. I've been
Tries of the weeks and everything. Get on them.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
make our job as difficult as possible.
What?
Make our job as difficult as possible on them. We want to see some.
Yeah. The more the merrier. No, when I say difficult as possible, it doesn't mean take a video of one with a tiny camera from 14 miles away, so we can't actually see it. You know what I mean?
On CCTV.
Yeah. Or somebody's ring doorbell.
Oh yeah.
Right. Listen. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Cheers,
I've been Craig.
Take care. I've been Matt.
It's been Fat Monkey. All the best.
All the best.